All right, Pat, who are your Canadian sports idols, and who did you grow up watching in sports that inspired you?
Canadian sports idols. So I was a gymnast for a long time, and earlier in my gymnastics career, Kyle Schufelt was kind of like the major gymnastics Canadian icon there. So I follow a bit of that. And then I think there's like different other Canadian icons like Terry Fox that are people that are like,
Thank you.
that are like just representative of how to like push through difficult times and persevere and sort of like put a challenge on your back and continue forward no matter what, in spite of any circumstances. And so that like those kind of things I think you pay attention to, and Terry's a Canadian icon.
If you guys don't know who Terry Fox is, please go Google him.
Hey, so Laura, when did you think you felt like there was a good enough, a big shift in your CrossFit career that you were like, oh, I'm going to focus mostly on this, or put all of your attention into that, instead of, I know you still do a fair amount of climbing as a hobby, but like to really dedicate to that as like, this is my main focus now.
Yeah, so I basically started CrossFit with like a comp. Like my brother signed me up to like a local comp, and I did very good in the endurance workouts. But yeah, I did very well there, and I was just like hooked.
Awesome.
So but I still kept on climbing, but it just like stopped really.
So like right from the first competition, you were just like, hey, I like this.
Yeah, I like this. I want to see where I can go with it. When did you first get into strongman?
I first got into strongman coming up on 5 years ago. I was powerlifting at the time, and the guys who were powerlifting told me that I was a waste in powerlifting because I could run and I could move, and so I tried it. And then I did a local show. I won that, and it qualified me for Amateur Arnold's in Australia. That got canceled, so I did 3 other local shows, and then I deadlifted 1,050 pounds, posted that online. That went viral, played a bit of a political game, and got invited to World's Strongest Man, and that was only 2.5 years ago, which is
not long ago.
Yeah, which is crazy to me that it hasn't been that long. All right, Pat, have you visited Scotland before? And what are your first thoughts?
I have not. I look like I have though, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
I look like I belong here. I feel like I had the kilt on yesterday. Really went with my skin tone.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, this looks really natural for you.
Yeah.
Are there any CrossFit workouts that you would like to try?
There's one that I tried. You're gonna have to tell me the name. It was deadlift into dumbbell bench into squat cleans, 10 down to 1.
Yeah, I like that.
And I was looking at the weights. I'm like, these weights are
You did with dumbbell bench, so like we did at Reed.
Yes. I'm like, these weights are so light. I'm not gonna get slowed down whatsoever by any of them. And what slowed me down was that I can't sit the squat clean on my shoulders when it's that light. And so my back was just absolutely, 10 through 7, I was absolutely crushing it. And then 6 through 3, I was like ready to vomit, ready to puke.
You guys have both won kind of everything there is to win in your sports. From a guy who has not.
Yeah, you see that?
Do you have any tips?
Sure.
No,
You're
what still motivates you and pushes you, and what's the kind of like driving force you think that you use to accomplish more? What is there left for you guys to accomplish?
I guess defending the title is pretty cool. I think it's cooler to defend the title than just win it for the first time. That's a better feeling.
Yeah.
You know, like staying up top, it's harder than chase someone down, in my opinion.
I agree with that.